This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
All right, so we're cutting to me because there are some technical errors with Landon's headphones, and so you guys know we're gonna talk a lot of shit about Adam Levine today and a bunch of poker. And you're going to see Berkey cut through right now because he's running to go get Landon's headphones. So,
this is wild.
We are back for the Solve for Why Only Friends podcast. I got my beautiful Melissa here. As you can see, she's so happy that she got her Starbucks. It came in right on time. She didn't buy us absolutely any of it. Didn't even offer. Landon looks like he's just got out of the beach gym. Like, yo, you look like you're straight from Venice Beach. Like, you ever been to Venice Beach?
No.
You're about to go this weekend, though, huh?
Maybe.
I heard about that.
Sure
We got Connie in the building, our researcher. What you researching over there? Who's made the final table of Poker Go?
A lot of people.
Jackie made the final table of Poker Go. Cost me a little bit of a game yesterday, but all good. My man Brian's in the building, researching all the midterm elections. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? What are we looking at?
Well, it's probably, I think the GOP is probably gonna come out on top, but
the Red Sea,
but not as bad. Not as bad. They thought it was a red wave, but it's like a red ripple.
All right. I think it might be a red wave. I don't know, man. It's just crazy right now. Inflation's out of the roof.
It is.
And then in the behind the scenes, we got Guapo in the building, straight playing 1-2, fucking WSOP every single day, crushing it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had to drop back down to the kiddie pool.
Nah.
Lost a few buy-ins, but I'll be back.
Yeah.
Give me a couple weeks. I'll heal up, and I'll be back in those 200 NL streets.
Bro, we all been there,
But
man.
in the meantime, I'm doing a little research on Adam.
You want to play 2-5 live with me?
We'll be talking about him a little bit later.
I'll come play 2-5.
All right, but we only play 500 cap at Bellagio. Because
What the fuck? Why?
all right, we got Berkey. He's back.
God bless, guys. I'm happy to be here. Happy to
team.
listen to you guys.
Hello, Matthew.
Those other headphones just don't do it. I don't know. These perfect. The other ones, no. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Man,
I'm sorry.
when I was in college, we used to go to, so the first 2 seasons for spring break, we would go to Savannah, Georgia. Everybody goes to Fort Myers. That's the spot, right? But we were cheap and poor and everything else. So we went to Savannah, Georgia. And anybody who's ever been to Savannah during like St. Patrick's Day, huge drinking city. There's this, I think it's called River Street or something along those lines. And it's just bars, wall to wall, right?
Sounds amazing.
And it's similar to New Orleans, Bourbon Street, right? So it's literally just like wall-to-wall bars with a river on the side, and you just go through each one, and you drink your merry way down River Street. So we were there during St. Patty's Day for spring break, spring training, whatever the case may be. They're pretty loose on the IDing. I think I was 20 at the time, freshman, whatever. Everybody's getting in there. They're getting loose. So what most of the bars had were these like slushy machines, and these machines had alcohol beverages like pina coladas, all kinds of
what?
girly ass drinks.
Pina colada?
Yeah, what are you gonna call it?
Pina colada.
Pina colada.
Oh, all right, man. Don't do this, man.
Pina. It has an enye.
Oh, what?
Enye.
That's a squiggle on top of the end.
Yeah,
It's
this
the
is
precisely.
squiggle. It's
called
the
the
squiggly.
squiggle.
Pina colada.
Yeah.
No, just let him say it like a white.
colada.
Just let him say it like a white
Pina.
person.
Pina. Go ahead, Berkey. Sorry.
Pina coladas, and a bunch of other fruity drinks. And they had one drink there that was called Call a Cab, right? Supposed to be like much more dense in alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So this is obviously what everybody's boozing on, seniors, freshmen, whatever. And by the end of the trip, we had renamed the Call a Cab to the Fight a Friend.
Oh, Jesus.
Because all that ended up happening was everybody got so blacked out drunk and, young bucks strapping, ready to fist fight. Just full blown infighting, team fighting, fist fighting. And I thought of that story just now as I was retrieving Landon's headphones because we had a solid 2 hours to get that part right. And all that ran through my head is like, if I got drunk enough, I would fight a friend.
You were at Wet
listen,
Willie's.
You don't have to be drunk to fight me, bro. I'm here all day.
We're not used to this full house we have here right now.
That's true.
It's been when's the last time all six of us were
yeah.
together?
Well, Andre's gone. You know, the
I know
Avengers
he was
aren't
here
all
earlier and he just dipped out.
That is true that I was trying to get him to stay and we were going to pull up a chair, but now I realize we had no headphone solution
No.
for him at all.
he'd just have to wing it.
Is
took
it
one for the
bad that I
team.
know where you guys were because of the drink that you said?
No. Did you Google it or have you experienced it?
No, I know. It's called a cab. It's from Wet Willie's.
Okay, probably.
I Googled to see if it was in Georgia, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing for someone who never had a sip of alcohol in his life. You find yourself in these like bar crawls all the time. I don't understand.
Yeah, man, I like a good time just as much as the next
so
guy.
many stories about when we were at the bar
You want to know why?
because you hang out with a bunch of drunks.
And also, I remember.
That's true. We
Okay,
don't remember.
man.
I have all those stories. I just don't remember them.
Is it just me? Because the answer is probably just yes. But I don't see these things as good times.
Oh, yeah,
they're
it's
fine.
just
You
you.
had fun at Wet Republic, though.
Wet Republic was fun. That was fun.
What was different about that than like XS?
I think that what was different about that was the
Backstage.
situation. Backstage was nice. You know, I was in the shade, which was nice.
We had a front row private table
Yeah,
at
but the girl to
XS.
guy ratio in the second one was probably like 10 to 1.
Oh.
It's not even about that. It was just about like the overall nature. Like it just seemed as if, honestly, it was the
Daytime?
people. I was there effectively with just a friend, but mostly by myself. But sometimes when it comes to the people that you're around, it's just
It
nicer.
wasn't really debaucherous.
right. It wasn't the. Yeah,
I
exactly.
like the debauchery.
I'm not
Yeah,
a
I think
debaucherous type, you know.
You would enjoy my
yeah.
times out. I think Landon is
That's not me, man. I'm a habanero and
Well,
chill
you
out
grew
the
up
whole
in
time.
Boca. You
Habanero's
grew
pretty
up.
good.
You grew up in classy Florida.
Habanero?
Like
We've been there.
people, they wear
I think
ties
he's like
and stuff.
yeah, I think he's like the brunch with the girls and mimosas type.
Oh, God.
I'm
You would
not-
love bottomless brunch.
Right, yeah.
I would love being at a brunch. I don't need the mimosa.
Well, no,
No,
but
you
but
don't
you
have
will
the-
enjoy the
right.
atmosphere.
Right. When
Like
we're
a
talking
Katie
about
brunch.
yeah, when we're talking about these drunken experiences, I'm talking about like 25 testosterone driven competitive male athletes out on the town being complete assholes.
Yeah.
I don't
and me
like
just
that.
sitting right. No, that's not your scene.
That sounds like the most
Your
miserable
scene
thing ever.
is 6 or 7 30-something women's at bottomless mimosa brunch, gossiping their asses off, you know, talking about Karen down the street, and you're just like, yeah, fuck
Confiding
that
in you
girl.
about their husband.
right.
I don't know if I need to worry about Karen on the street and all that stuff, but I definitely like a good conversation, you know?
I had an amazing brunch, by the way, this past weekend.
There you
so
go.
we should all go right down the street.
Brian has actually experienced the full spectrum. He started where I was speaking of, and now he's with
and
you.
now, yeah. Oh, Michelle and I went and had brunch at a place called Toasted, right down on the road. Man, it was good. I got
Dual
the
meanings.
the brisket hash. Man, it
Oh,
was
brisket.
good. And they
Where's
had a
our
lot of
brisket?
good things on that menu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
we'll get the whole.
Where's
whole
our
podcast.
brisket?
Yeah,
where's
Where's
our
our brisket?
Brisket.
Tomorrow.
Brisket for breakfast is a strong choice.
Brisket hash.
I understand what you're. You can qualify it however you
The
want.
hash at the end really helped him there.
It would, and I actually mentioned Berkey when I was there because it was so funny because I was like, I could see Berkey coming here, seeing brisket right on the menu, and just ordering it, and then like it was like kind of like chopped up, but it had like onions
Yeah.
and peppers
yeah.
and just like everything you hate right in the middle of it, and then like I guess like, it would have been so funny to watch you order this and then have to pick out like every little piece. You just send it back.
See, I understand. I understand where your mind was at, thinking that that's a mistake I would make. But as somebody with a very bland palate,
You knew.
I'm incredibly careful
Yeah.
about anything that has a qualifying word after it. It's just like, what exactly does that mean?
See, that's like I knew you wouldn't know what hash was like.
No, I know it's
you
like
did.
hash browns.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
it's just potato.
Yes, that's exactly.
That's what it was. It
But
was
I've
potato.
gotten enough hash browns
Right.
that are chopped up peppers and onions,
Yeah.
where I always ask.
Right.
It's
chopped
like what?
up peppers, onions, and then like 2 dippy eggs right on top.
Okay,
Dippy
getting into
eggs.
the
Oh, I
dippy
got
eggs.
the Yinzer shirt on. I gotta say dippy eggs.
Wait, what's
Is that
dippy
the
eggs?
thing?
Sunny
Like-
side up.
Yeah, runny yolk.
Something you can dip your toast into.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that the whole fucking city of Pittsburgh calls it dippy eggs?
You're goddamn
Yes.
right.
Like that's like
Dippy eggs.
kindergarten.
No, you've never had.
Let me get them dippy eggs, Hutch.
Dippy eggs.
Wait, you guys don't have the slippy when wet sign?
Yeah.
No.
You have some tres golpes. You know what's tres golpes?
No, but it sounds delicious.
It is delicious. Yo, pull up tres golpes over there.
You
Guapo.
eat that while watching Chavo del Ocho?
Yeah, you don't know about Chapalacho. You know about Chapalacho.
Yo,
Shocking
there's
how
an
good you are at
Argentinian
that.
spot around the corner
That's tres
Wow,
golpes.
see, that
right
looks
there.
amazing.
What is that? Eggs, hash brown, and
It's
Flour?
look. It's
flour in it?
it's mango first of all, which is mashed plantains, right, with butter.
okay.
There's
What's the pink?
salchichon. You know what salchichon is?
No.
Sausage.
All right,
What's
it's
the
kind of
pink
like
thing?
and then there's fried cheese and then onions.
Not for nothing.
Those are onions.
This is my favorite
perfect
fucking
dippy egg right
breakfast ever.
I'm telling you, and he's black.
Yo, at 5, yo, you have no idea. You have no idea. At 5 a.m. at poker games in Union City, we used to fucking order this every single night.
I'm not gonna lie, I get it. Like that's such comfort food. Right
It is
there.
so
It's
such comfort.
fire,
fucking
dude.
good.
It's
If I
super
could find
Dominican.
it, if I
Yeah.
could
I'm so
find it
hungry
here,
right
I would.
now.
I
I might
would
leave
eat
the
everything.
podcast to go.
You want to get some
food.
empanadas?
I'm hungry.
Bro,
get
that
some
is like
empanadas.
the classic Dominican like dish, like for sure.
I'm very hyper aware now that culturally I don't fit in.
In what way? Like,
Which culture?
Any culture.
I think.
I fit into welfare culture. Like that's literally just it. Like give me some grilled
That's
cheese.
not an expensive dish.
No, it's not. It's not about money.
It's not about that.
It's not about the cost.
the
It's about the
convenience
variety.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm
It is
the
so
more
good.
that I've grown up a little bit with like the nutritional stuff, I've realized I'm in your camp of like I don't need these foods even though they taste really fucking
So
good.
that's where
That
we differ, though. Is
get that
like I don't
government-
even think that tastes good.
The government
You don't
cheese.
think it tastes good?
on,
No, I'm just.
Okay,
I'm
then
You
you're
so
haven't even
weird.
tried it,
Bro, I'm like a white cracker saltine guy.
Honestly,
you
it's
know?
like everything is
Ew.
kind of bland
Yeah.
there too. Like
Wow.
everything is like it's not like there's no big taste in it. Like you would
Nah,
love
but
that
it's
plate
good.
probably.
It's really
You would
good.
probably love that plate. There's nothing that's like
Just
I-
meat, eggs.
I think the
Yeah.
plantains I would strongly dislike.
All right,
Yeah.
okay, we can take those off for
it's
you.
kind of like mashed potatoes in a
I
way.
don't really
Texture-wise.
like, I don't
In a
like
way.
plantains very
I
much.
don't honestly. I don't see you not liking it.
Well, I hate bananas.
You would
if
like
that's
the
any.
meat. The meat.
It's
potatoes
more
and the-
potato-y than
yeah,
banana.
it's, honestly,
Taste-wise?
you would never know it's a banana.
Can you just say salchichon one time?
No. Absolutely not.
Salchichon.
I don't know how. I don't know how I would end up making that sound racist, but I'm confident that I would.
Salchichon.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Salchichon. Conrad should be bowing when he says
Salchichon.
salchichon.
Yeah, wait, is that Spanish or Chinese?
No, see, you can't even say that. Like, me pronouncing it would go way too far.
Man, wait, but can we I want to get to the bottom of this. What's wrong with you, man?
It's not. Hey, maybe what's right with me?
Yeah, the
you
fact
know?
that you hate bananas, like what the fuck's wrong with you?
No, I don't even mean that
Bananas
part.
are polarizing.
Listen, I will say, like, you know, we have this whole joke about me having a war on food. I don't really have a war on food, but I absolutely have a fucking war on bananas. We should cancel bananas.
Why?
Bananas are not even.
I
They
like
suck.
them in smoothies.
No, they're not even like original. Like those weren't the original bananas, right? Like they've been modified.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
most fruits have been like genetically modified.
Yeah.
Like if you look at an
corn.
apple now, yeah, corn obviously is the most obvious example. But if you look at an apple now compared to an apple from like 200 years ago, it's
Yeah.
like 5x in size.
It's
Right.
like an apple versus giga apple.
I saw
Yeah.
chickens like chicken were like that too.
Way,
Because of the antibiotics.
If
Yeah.
you
Way
grow
more
your
sugar
own
in it, too.
strawberries, they only grow like this big.
Yeah. So like Lamana's point is very valid. As we've modified, they've gotten sweeter and sweeter and sweeter throughout
Yeah.
history.
They have ones that are called Honey Crisp. Literally like
Right.
biting into like
And it's not just
a piece of
apples.
sugar.
Like Melissa's point to the strawberries, like they originally were very small. They were much more of a berry-like flavor,
Yep.
which trends a little bit more on the bitter side, right?
Yeah.
But it's gotten to the point now where it's like, not, this is the funny part to me. Like, not only are strawberries like incredibly sweet already, but then they're generally dipped in chocolate or sugar. When my sister would eat them, and she would just like take granulated sugar and just like go to fucking town. I'm like,
Did you know my dumb ass went to go look for a picture of an apple 200 years ago?
I see
find
why
something.
though. I see why you did it. You know, you're like,
They might have had a drawing.
no, you'll find something for
There's
sure.
probably a drawing.
No, I
There
mean,
were
I
were
was
there
thinking
photos
like
200 years ago?
18.
There were. There were photos.
There was
The-
photos.
the like black and white hold
Yeah,
up
yeah.
the.
Were they
yeah.
taking
Yeah.
photos of apples
When
though?
when was photography invented? 1850s maybe?
know.
Yeah, like mid to late 1800s probably.
So if you go back to 1822 and you just go apple colorized, then you make a new version of it for
Can
you.
you get a picture of Jesus while you're at it?
Oh, you mean you guys don't have that standard portrait?
Yo, let's
Of
not
course.
disrespect
Profile
Jesus
size?
on the podcast and then
Bro,
get
my-
canceled by an entire
disrespect-
community.
My grandma had a portrait of a profile of Jesus Christ that I am positive was in every Catholic's house
Of course.
across
I
the
can
United
picture
States.
it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all every Catholic has the same portrait.
Yeah.
My mom probably carries one in her purse.
Yeah, and it's also on like every obituary, or not obituary, but like when you go to the funeral and you get
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's an obituary.
Yeah, the little
The little
card.
card.
Saint,
Yeah.
sometimes
I don't know what you
saint.
guys are talking
Sometimes
about.
it's a prayer. Yeah,
Prayer, or it's a
Yeah.
prayer.
My
it'll be like
grandmother had a
saint on
black
it.
Jesus in her house. So I don't know what you guys are talking
that's
about.
what I'm talking about. That's fucking culture right there.
At my funeral, I want that card to just be like my nudes.
Just like pre-picked by you, you know. It's like this is what my
It's like
walls
no,
gonna look like.
it's not even
Here's
nudes.
me at my
It's just
best.
like a 10-step progression of her ass.
Yeah.
Where it
Yeah.
starts, and then at the end, what is different?
Right.
What is
Well, at the
different?
end, it's just spread.
Oh, Jesus.
And
Sure.
my family has to have that memory.
Yeah, well, they'll appreciate it.
Everyone that
Yo,
attends the
this
funeral.
got out of hand fast. We're talking about salchichon. Like, what's the
Salchichon.
Salchichon sounds out of hand.
He said it.
He said it. You're good at it.
Wow,
You're learning.
that was right.
I took 4 years
Now
of
say
Spanish.
mango.
No.
Come on.
No, come on,
What's
man. Why are you trying?
mango?
It's not that hard after he says it. If you put like the word up and you had to
mimic.
read it, it'd be tough. But he
Yeah.
said it. You can just repeat. You
No,
know.
I agree.
Piña.
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 Mango.
Mango.
Not too bad.
Sounds Italian.
Yeah, you should.
You just gotta move your hands and you're
That's how
good.
mine would. Everything would go. Yeah.
Ah, mamacita.
Maron.
Where is my
Madonna mia.
mamacita anyway? Where's she been
Yeah,
at?
where's she at? Holla at us, dear mamacita.
Oh man.
Yeah, I took 4 years of Spanish. I retained none of it. The only thing I learned was I can ask, "Where's the bathroom?" and
Puedo
ma-
ir al baño. That's
Yep.
the only thing I know in Spanish.
what?
Puedo tomar
Puedo ir al
agua?
baño?
Bro, you're talking some new shit.
How do you say, can I go to the bathroom?
Puedo ir al baño.
That's
Yeah,
what I said.
exactly.
No, you
Puedo
said puedo ir al baño.
Puedo ir al baño.
Puedo ir al baño.
Puedo.
No, what is
Puedo.
No,
Wait, what's the first word?
Puedo.
Puedo.
No.
Puedo.
So
Puedo.
the D,
Guapo,
the D
please
should be
help.
like a
Puedo.
TH. So it's puedo.
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 Oh, really? I
Puedo.
thought it was do also.
Puedo.
It is a D-O, but it's spelled with the D-O, but it's pronounced
Yeah,
puedo.
yeah.
Puedo.
It's
Oh,
Puedar
I
is
didn't know
the
that.
verb,
I
right?
know donde estás el baño.
Yeah.
That's
Where is the
Wait,
bathroom?
Play-Doh for my bunghole.
Yo, this is crazy.
I know Mi llamo es Mateo, puedo ir al baño, and that's it.
Yep.
You'll definitely make it with the cartel for sure.
4 years.
You're fine.
4 years of Spanish.
That's all-
I got
same.
all A's too.
Same.
Granted, I was cheating off Stacy, who was also just cheating herself. She would wear her cheerleading skirt.
I was
Don't
outing
out
her.
Stacy like this, bro. Come on.
I'm gonna self report. She would.
Oh,
she
you're
was-
looking at her thigh?
She was so hot. She was a Hawaiian Tropic model, and she willfully showed me her thigh.
Wow.
She would
go,
she
Stacey.
would take a cheat sheet and write the entire vocabulary
Yeah.
on her thigh, tape it to her thigh, and then wear her cheerleading skirt and just hike it up and then hike it back down.
Yeah.
That's
I can't.
I know I
hilarious.
wouldn't look at her thigh. I would look over her shoulder.
I
The thing
can't
is, she's
speak a
super
word of-
smart too. Like, so,
Yeah.
like she didn't need to
Well,
cheat.
she works smart, not hard.
Exactly.
I
No.
can't speak a word of Spanish. Nothing. Absolutely zero. I got an 85 on the reasons because I copied off of Samantha Diaz, and I got straight A's in
Whoa,
eighth grade.
whoa. You got an 85 and you copied off somebody with the last name of Diaz?
I mean,
somebody
You
somebody
couldn't
fucked
get
this
a-
up.
No, no, no,
It was,
no,
it was
obvious.
my eyesight, probably, honestly.
Yeah, I mean-
it was probably, they had some
He
questions that you had to
misread it.
write out or something. I just didn't answer those.
Right, okay. All right.
Listen,
Something
the
along
Puerto
those
Rican
lines.
girls didn't really know Spanish that well. I'm not going to front. The Puerto Rican girls don't speak Spanish all that well.
And then I
So
had
she
my
was probably
mom's-
Puerto Rican.
Then I had my mom's best friend in high school as my Spanish teacher in eighth grade, so I got straight A's. So that was nice, but I can't speak a word of Spanish.
Same.
Maybe he printed like he texted and it was like there was like
Right.
a pound sign, and ampersand, and
Puedo 9.
Yo, but why does Conrad's LMAO have a 9 in it?
I don't know, but it became a thing now where
LMA9.
he corrects when he actually writes LMAO. He corrects it to LMA9 and puts the asterisk by it.
because he's trying to say LMAO, and he just put a 9 there. We just all started doing it. Now my phone just autocorrects to the 9.
As it
That's
should.
funny.
It should
It
go to
should.
LMA9. It should be LMA9s.
Do you want to know who used to substitute teach in our Spanish class?
Jay Leno.
Mrs. Lamana.
Oh, shit.
Jimmy Fallon.
Guessing.
Fallon, yeah,
Nope,
Jimmy
Mary Lamana.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
Brian was a fucking problem.
Oh.
when his
Wait.
mom would
Your
sub.
mom was the sub for the.
What did you do when
She's
your
a
mom
substitute.
subbed?
Yeah.
You acted up more?
Yeah, I acted. I was like, "Oh, mom, I can just do
We-
whatever I want."
Yeah.
We had a timeout system. So timeout 1 was like a verbal warning.
Not one.
Timeout 2 was a written warning. So you had to actually write down what your. Actually, we should implement this for the pod.
No, we should not.
Timeout 3. You get timeout 3.
Timeout 3, you get sent to the timeout center. And
There was a timeout room. Timeout room. Where
Yeah.
you'd have to go and they'd tell you were bad.
Yeah. I actually had never been
Are
sent
you
to
bad or
timeout
are you
3.
down bad?
I was down bad.
But Lamana would basically, every time his mom would sub, he would basically do everything that would warrant a timeout 3 and just see like how far she would
Oh
take.
my god.
Did you ever get timeout 3'd?
I don't think she ever gave me
she ever
timeout 3.
pulled the
But
trigger.
she was like, she threatened me with it.
Brian!
She would hit you with the, I'm going to send you to timeout 3 if you don't watch out. But
Yeah.
you knew that you were never going
Everybody
to timeout
was
3.
so bad in that class. I remember Denny, we made flan one year and he just threw it out the fucking window. We were on like the 4th story.
Did you guys get like in-school suspension and shit?
Yeah.
We had
You had to like kill somebody to get ISS.
Nah, they would give
I
those
used to
like
give it
nothing.
I
think
used to
you
go
got-
Saturday detention just for being late.
Oh my God. The only
what
people who got
detention?
ISS, like,
Saturday.
I think I got ISS once.
you deserved it.
Yeah, I think I got in a fight
got
with
it a lot.
somebody. or
Yeah, the only
something.
people who got ISS beat somebody within an inch of their life or were like literally slinging meth on campus. Like that was ISS worthy. Otherwise, like you're good.
I always for
ISS
being
now,
late.
they give it away like it's nothing, bro. Like you don't wear your ID, ISS.
You had ID?
Yeah.
Man,
no, well-
everybody knew everybody. We were K through 12, all in
Yeah.
the same
Yeah,
building.
it's a big difference between city schools.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
like 3,000 kids at my high
Yeah,
school.
same. Yeah.
I had 5,000, and like it was only 9th through 12th.
Yeah, same.
We
same.
graduated with 56 people.
Correct.
You
live
We started with about 70, but by the time we got to graduation, there was like
They
56
died.
of us left.
Okay, Brian,
Those
the
ones
real,
died off.
the real question is, would you rather take ISS or timeout 3?
Timeout 3 was a study hall, bro.
Yeah, timeout 3 was fine.
It's
almost like you wanted to go to
ISS is
timeout
like,
3.
I mean, like I think if you get timeout 3, you really don't have to tell your parents; they wouldn't know about it. But if you get ISS, they're gonna know.
ISS was the equivalent of homeschooling at the actual school. Like you would just
Exactly
get
what it
sent
was.
to like the
and
special
they just
ed.
give you your assignments and like
You would just get like sent to the special ed teacher and he would just like babysit you all day
The
long.
best part of that is you were in there with like 4 or 5 different people.
Yeah.
That were in ISS that day, and it was just always.
But
like
the baddest chicks
yeah.
were in ISS.
It
Like
was
the
always a
baddest
party.
chicks were
You're
in
just
ISS.
saying that because of the type of girls
Nah.
that would cut somebody
Bro,
for you.
those chicks were bad. Like
That's why they were in
It was fun
ISS.
because it was all the people that I used to like party with.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we were just like,
see?
we were all
Everybody
in
at-
Saturday. It's like, oh, you going to Saturday detention?
See,
Yeah, I'll be
we're
there.
such a small
Then we would
school.
go and smoke before, and then
Oh,
do
man.
Saturday
All- I'm
detention.
I'm telling you, the bad chicks
all
were in
the,
ISS.
all the good-looking girls in our grade were like goody two-shoes. They didn't do
100%.
anything wrong. They got
Y'all were in the
straight
wrong
A's.
place.
Yeah, somewhere along the line, like used to be the hot chicks were like the good straight A jock cheerleader type, and then it went into
I think
It
it's just
never
all-
changed
I
for
think
us.
it's
We
just all
didn't
that
have
matter
a
where you live.
Listen, man, all those goody two shoe girls got snap pregnant immediately right after high school.
No, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I say it. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
like
for sure
universally accepted.
Yeah.
why? Because they were saving for marriage.
Yeah.
None of them were saving
No, they were
shit.
saving for 19.
None of these girls were saving shit. Like they were goody goody when it came to school, but they were not goody goody outside the
Yeah, outside of school, they're smoking.
Gotta let it
and-
out
I
somewhere.
have a problem with that word goody. I don't
'Cause
like
that's
it.
You like goody?
What would you
No,
like?
that's
to
like you
no,
were-
not the word.
Goody
meaning.
Landon.
Yeah, not the word. Like not
The
the word, not the
meaning?
meaning of the word. Just
Oh,
the
the
word.
word.
Like the whole. Yeah. Just,
What would you prefer?
just I don't know, man. But
Anything?
it's like some people have a problem with moist. Like goody, that ain't it.
What, Yeah, there's a real outrage against the word moist.
That's what I'm saying.
I find it to be soothing.
I don't mind
personally.
it. I kind of like it.
Like if I were to listen to ASMR, I would only want to hear somebody.
People are cringing
that's for
right
the
now.
Patreon.
They're cringing right now.
And you have to like get the like suckling lips
You
at the
could
same
do
time.
that on Quinn
Right.
on the app.
Yes. Can we get you on that app, please?
Wait,
Yeah,
on
you
what now?
you guys have to pick out the playlist that I talk over.
What is this?
I love that
Oh,
goody
Landon
moist,
wasn't
moist.
here. It was it's this. So there's this new thing where guys are making money by talking dirty and selling the clips. So there's an app where they do that.
And we're trying to get Berkey on it.
Yeah.
And then play it on the pod.
There's room for you, Landon.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you want to do that.
Yeah, can you do it too, Landon?
No.
Okay. If all of you, like, let's say, there's like a 500K prize. And
500K
yeah, let's
prize?
just say hypothetically, if anyone wants to sponsor, let us know. And all of you had to make an account on this. Who do you think would win of having the most loyal listeners, having the most likes?
Chin.
Like over a month
Chin.
of just like
Yeah,
people.
of daily
Tim
I
would
think we
just
should
speak
try it.
Spanish the
I
entire
don't think
time and he'd win.
I don't think I could do it, man. It just seems like that's such a personal thing.
Mami, ¿cómo tú te sientes?
See?
know?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. He would win easily.
¿Cómo tú
Yeah,
te
there's a
sientes,
niche
mami?
for that.
That's
I
all you
think.
gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can
Real
win.
You're like, mami, ¿cómo tú te sientes?
Every single girl would not speak a lick of Spanish but love it.
Yeah.
They're all Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
All right, what are we talking about, Berkey? What's up? Like, what's on the Yo, why are you smiling so hard, bro? You're smiling hard at your phone.
Uncle Dan texted me.
we have
He's
an
on
uncle.
Quinn.
We have a UDA, an Uncle Dan
Uncle
announcement.
Dan texted me. He was looking at my IG story. I reposted Ronaldo's from last night, and he goes, "Yo, who is this dime posing with our pup?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, relax, Uncle Dan.
Relax,
we
Uncle
got
Dan.
this one. Chill out.
You look good. You
Uncle
do.
Dan, look at that.
Get him back in.
We got a real loose show today. If you can't tell by the intro, we are going to talk about. Actually, I'm glad you brought this up, Chin, because
What?
we're too far in. I have to thank our sponsors, BetMGM Poker. Big shout out to BetMGM, who is currently running their online championship. It's underway. It's going to be this Sunday. With just a handful of events left, there is still a chance for you to stake your chance at Online Champion. The main event is Sunday, September 25th at 6 p.m. in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, with a buy-in of $1,000. There are also qualifier events running at 8 p.m. daily. Ready to lock up your seat and stake your chance at an Online Champion? Check out the schedule below to take advantage of the early bird promotion. Register prior to the start of the event, and you have the tournament fee refunded. This Sunday, BetMGM Poker, it's on. You can head over to betmgm.com to see the schedule, download the actual software if you're in one of those 3 states. I'm jealous. You guys get to play a small field 100K guarantee. I know that I'm basically just jealous because when I get to go home and play these things, I fucking win them.
Mm-hmm. I told Mary Lamana to get in the mix.
Yeah.
She's out there in the 1 cent, 2 cent streets.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
let's
trying
go.
to
$5 sit and goes.
She's trying to
Crushing
send
them.
people to timeout 3.
Tell
I don't know what her name is on there. Oh Marie or something
probably
like that.
tell her at 8 p.m. tonight she can play a phase event to get into the main event.
She's in Vegas now.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna have to play the main when she gets home.
She's got to get her stuff.
Yeah.
all
She's
that,
just gonna fire that 1K. Okay.
It's good to see. It's good to see MGM making a push, right? Like they were always not. I mean, for some time, and like the New Jersey market, they were number 2/3 behind WSOP and Poker Stars. But now it's good to see that they're making push to actually compete in that market.
I think that my understanding is that they kind of were a little late to launch in all of the markets. So their focus now is a little bit of playing catch up, a little bit of gaining market share. I believe that they also, as well as a few of the other sites, have launched in Canada now in the .ca, which is the Toronto area. But they may not be live yet, which is why that's not a part of the online championship. But for online poker as a whole, it's good. Competition is good. Opening up these liquidity pools is good. We know that Michigan and Pennsylvania are going to be, Michigan is going to be combining with Nevada and New Jersey sometime here in the fall. We have that to look forward to. I know.
Canada
Is it really
situation-
that soon?
Fresh blood
Yeah.
in the water.
Bro, the Canada situation
won't
is
be-
weird though, because there's a lot of players that were playing 500 Zoom and stuff that now can't play 500 Zoom because they got kind of shut out.
Well, they can. They
Yeah.
just have to leave Toronto
Yeah, but
or Ontario. I think it's the Ontario province.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where are they gonna go? They're about to go to Vancouver or
No, Montreal. Anywhere on the West Coast.
I like Toronto. I don't really like Montreal. Montreal feels old.
It is. It's a very historic city. Honestly,
speak
though,
French?
the only time you went was when we went, right?
No, I went with Chance and Foxen. I was actually there when Foxen met Chrissy, and
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
it was like I was there. Like
Wow.
I was pretty.
Did you see the fireworks when they met?
Yeah, sure.
Oh man! Shout out to Corgasm in the chat. Poor kid. He's gonna be losing his gold mine of the Michigan player pool.
Yeah.
He's we're all gonna
He just
vie for
goes
it.
gonna
there
take
and
a little
just
piece of it.
farms tens of thousands of dollars. And
He's a
then comes
fucking
back.
legend there.
He just
He's a
goes and
legend
farms
everywhere.
and comes back, and
Yeah.
he goes and farms and it's like a real farmer.
He's like a farmer.
He's like someone who farms.
Like
yeah.
a yield farmer?
Yeah,
But
he's
he's like
yield farming
Yeah.
Michigan's player pool.
Man.
If the stories are true, he is just like an absolute, like he goes to local bars and they fucking worship him.
No way.
Yeah, he just like goes home to this small little community.
Well, no
in
wonder he's there all the
Muskegon.
time. It's sick.
Yeah, just like, show up to the local watering hole. They're like, holy fuck, that's
That's
Corgasm.
That's not what they say. They call him the Gasm.
Right.
It's a Gasm.
That's true.
Hello, Mr. Gasm.
Mr. Gasm. Corey Gasm.
They don't treat you like that in Pittsburgh.
Nah,
They
man.
don't
I
even
go to
know
Rivers.
him. The Rivers didn't even fucking call him for attention.
They fucking shower me, bro.
Wow, maybe Corgasm should do a meetup game in Michigan.
Definitely.
Wow.
Honestly, it would probably do better than the one Nemi did. I think I think maybe Corey should have a little Michigan sponsorship coming up in the near future.
Michigan ambassador.
That's right.
Michigan, you better hop on that
The old mitten.
before he gets too expensive.
Corey said you're making shit up.
I don't know what he's talking about. He's an absolute legend whenever he shows up to those Muskegon streets. Yeah, man, I go home and there's no ticker tape parade. They don't give a shit.
There's no love for you.
I show up to Rivers and they're just like, what do you want? And I'm like,
That's crazy.
I don't know. I guess nothing.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Who is that guy?
Who's what guy?
Oh, it was Corey.
You missed it.
Oh, I missed it.
Corey was on the screen.
It was Mr. Gasm, actually.
Mr.
Sorry.
Gasm.
Yeah.
All
All right, yeah, so that's good. MGM is making a push. They're trying to compete and all that, and now they have this series, which is cool.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think that it'll be nice to see more of. Right now, Nevada is just limited to only WSOP. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that with such hesitation because Party has been claiming they're going to enter the market for 18 months.
Yeah, they're
Still
just
waiting.
in New Jersey.
I'm pretty sure they were supposed to launch like May of 2019.
I think you're right.
And it's not May of 2019 any longer.
No, it's not.
How are we feeling like straight up like with just obviously this topic gets beaten to death always, but like do we think that we're any closer to like just national online poker at some point soon?
I mean, I know a lot about a little, so I'll leave the floor open to you guys for your opinions first.
I'd say probably not. It just
It
Yeah, it
does
seems
state
like
by
it's
state,
yeah,
right?
the way it's gone state by state. So I think it's hard to revert back to just a full national.
It's like weed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, weed's a good comparison. With the Wire Act officially being denounced now, it opens up legalization nationwide. So it opens up the states to kind of say like we opt in or opt out, but there's still just so much fucking red tape.
Always
So
is.
in order, and again, I only loosely understand this, but in order for any of these sites to operate even within a state, there still has to be some jurisdiction over it. So they still need gaming licenses. And my understanding is that's why California hasn't really budged at all, is because they don't technically have any gaming and they don't want to give up any
But if
liquidity.
your state doesn't have a gaming board,
You can become a part of a liquidity pool that does.
okay.
But they don't want to become a part of Nevada
Nah,
because they don't want that money leaving state,
of course,
right?
They don't even want to share it.
No, they don't want anything to do with anybody taking a penny because
When's
they're fucking
California
bankrupt.
gonna become their own country?
Or a coast. Like, let's just,
Yeah.
well,
Well,
come
give
on,
us
guys.
the beach.
Yeah, let's. Nevada could use a beach. We say this about Philly all the time. Pennsylvania could use a beach.
Oh,
Actually, we say it about Jersey.
Come on, yeah, Jersey.
We have
Right.
a beach.
I
No,
mean,
we say it about Jersey. Pennsylvania
make
could use a
Philly
beach.
the beach.
you guys are literally talking about Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
The
you guys are like
sticks.
farmers.
The middle, like a bunch of Amish
Amish.
farmers.
Like
Like, what are
Amish.
you talking about?
Excuse me.
You have a bugging carriage in your town or something.
bugging.
Carriage.
Horse and buggy.
No, it's bugging now. It's bugging
How
now.
dare you? I am like
carrot.
15% PA Dutch. I take offense to this.
Straight up Midwest.
Midwest. There's no. Well, there's a little
You're
bit. of Amish.
literally in the Midwest. I saw where Pittsburgh is. It connects to the Midwest.
No.
Adjacent. Midwest
It's
adjacent.
Midwest.
We're
Yes.
Midwest in the
Philly,
That's the
Philly
Michigan.
is East Coast.
Right.
it's
exactly.
Midwest-
And culturally, they're very different.
Okay, Philly is not East Coast. It's Northeast.
You
the
have
same
to
as
be
Pennsylvania.
a
Same as Pittsburgh. is.
douchebag, dirty, dirtball to be. An East
Culturally,
Coaster.
I agree. Philly is basically Jersey.
Yeah.
There,
What the
there's
fuck does that? Yeah, we're good. We're chilling.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you associate with South Shore
what is South Shore?
of New Jersey?
Nah, those people are weird.
There we go.
Like Wildwood.
Yeah.
Nah,
What are you talking about? Andre's
That's where
people?
Andre grew up.
Scratch it.
no. The South Jersey and North Jersey are different states.
Yeah, there's a lot
But
of
they're not.
variance in
No,
Jersey.
they are.
Like,
That's
there's-
exactly
They
how.
are.
That's
there's
how
the
we feel about
beach,
PA.
There's South Jersey, and then the North Jersey kind of bougie. South Jersey's,
Yeah, South
South
Jersey is
Philly,
like
South Paul.
Yeah, but are there any buggins over there?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
South Jersey's really like probably like Pittsburgh.
It's pretty bugging.
They'd be bugging.
until
It's
you
pretty
guys
farmy. Yeah.
until you guys get your entire lexicon specific to your region, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, like your
Wait,
We have
dippy
our own.
eggs.
We have our own fucking dialect.
Speaking of
Wait, hold on.
Pittsburgh,
Lexicon? What is that? Is that like a
we
drug?
say water ice and down the shore.
No, you just mispronounce things. There's
So
difference.
do you, Yin.
Yeah, we do
No, that's
too.
a whole
We
new
can't say
word. That's what I mean. We
Say
have
it again, Berkey. Salchichon.
How do you say yinzer in Spanish?
So
Yin said.
my dad, every time I say,
Yin said, adio.
my dad is adamant that it's not yinzers, it's yunzers. He says it's yuns. Everyone says yuns. He says nobody says yins. I don't know where yins came from. Everybody in Pittsburgh and around Pennsylvania say yuns. What are yuns doing?
He's not wrong.
Like
he's
youngins?
just. I think he's just speaking more so to the rural areas.
Do you
That's what I
ever say
thought.
someone is
Yeah.
right?
Well,
I've never heard you say he's right,
But
or
he-
you're
but he-
right. It's
okay.
always like, you're not wrong. I don't disagree with that. Like, there's like 37 different variations
the
of
thing
it.
is that if we come down to the black and white of it, he's not right. Right. So like,
About
I'm trying to
youngs?
compromise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say he's
Well,
not entirely wrong,
he's
but like,
finding a
he's,
middle
he's
ground.
definitely not
He
correct.
is 100% adamant that he is correct.
Right.
Which I think, I mean, I think he's right. I think most people do say yuns. What are yuns doing? They don't say what are yins doing. But Yinzer goes better on a T-shirt, so I think it became like a brand. No, I really do. I think it is Yuns, but like when someone just decided to spell
Neither
it,
of
they
those
spell it
are
with an
words.
I, and it just
Neither is
became
use.
Yinzer.
I don't say use.
Tú eres un yin said.
But
That's
the
it.
rest of Philly does.
What's you
What
guys
are-
doing?
Yeah, I mean, so nerd stat for me. I watched a 3-hour lecture by a linguist who teaches at Carnegie Mellon, and her entire course is built upon the lexicon that is
Pittsburghese.
Southwest Pennsylvania.
What the fuck is lexicon? I'm sorry.
It's
Just like the words
it's
you
like
use.
the made up vocabulary of the dialect.
Of the region.
Yeah, of the region. I mean, I don't know if she goes into spelling. I don't really recall it all that much, but she very emphatically calls it yins over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
But I think that where I'm saying like your dad is right is that
Outer parts.
words naturally evolve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So like people who are like way out there that hear this word trickle down to them, and it's like, what the fuck is yins?
Do you guys say John?
What's John?
J-A-W-N? Like that John, this John?
That's
You going to that John?
Doesn't
I know
that,
of,
doesn't
never
that
used it
mean
myself.
pimp?
No.
No, that's
No,
J-O-H-N.
John-
Or sorry, a customer of a.
That's
Yeah,
J-O-H-N.
that's a John.
Okay.
That's just
John.
just a-
It's just John means anything.
wow.
that's
a
definitely
word for everything.
It's like that John, this John.
That's a Philly thing.
We
for
were
sure.
at that John. It's just like when you don't know the word to say, you just say that.
Man,
Uh-uh.
I'm gonna use that.
I'm
Yeah, it's
not.
good.
I always run out of words
Yeah,
to say.
so just replace it with John. It's any noun.
John.
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 No, I don't. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm glad I have less exposure with your people.
Yo,
Well,
What?
we're not very welcoming, so
It's
chill,
true.
bro. Sure, people are
Under your
fine.
brotherly love.
yeah, it's not.
No, they're mean.
That's
man.
so-
We're brotherly
brotherly.
to each other,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Would you
anyone
rather-
outside, no.
Would you rather wear a Steelers shirt inside of Cleveland Stadium or inside of Philly Stadium?
Steelers
Oh,
fans out of
Cleveland, 100%.
Yeah, Cleveland.
I would feel safer in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Cleveland.
shouldn't feel safe in Philly.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Philly would throw batteries at your head.
They'll just throw knives at you.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember that girl that
People
brought
just
that
get-
knife to school
people
for me?
just get stabbed.
I don't want to get stabbed.
Seen it a bunch.
I do think I'll get. I think you're getting physically assaulted in both.
Yeah.
But
Nah.
I think like. I think
they hit harder in Philly.
Well, I think the Cleveland guys are, they're just like these brute, they're Yinzer adjacent,
Yeah.
and they're just looking for a fist fight.
Yo, Philly, let me tell you
Philly,
something.
like they want to murder you.
I'm
Right,
not
right,
fighting
exactly.
anybody in Ohio's football game. Ohio State fans are the fucking biggest people I've ever seen in my life.
They're cornbread, man.
They're like
What did
fucking.
they
it was
put in the water over
Yo,
there?
the average height at the fucking Ohio State Michigan game was like, I don't know, 6'5".
Yeah.
You should see
It was the-
Nebraska.
I was gonna say.
It was fucking absurd. It was the weirdest shit. I couldn't stop talking about
They
it.
are big.
they're all
big from there.
cornbread, man.
That's
Cornbread.
wild.
Cornbread.
Cornbread.
Ain't nothing wrong
Yo,
with
what
that.
are we talking about right now?
Oh, we're gonna talk about the Steelers.
Yeah.
Big game tonight, baby.
Here we go, Steelers.
Where are we going?
Here we go.
Yeah, you guys are a dog
Here
in
we
this
go,
game.
Steelers.
So,
Here we go.
Conrad
Are they ever
informed me.
not a dog?
Listen, you're goddamn right. Those guys are dogs.
All I ever
got
hear,
that dog
I don't
in
know
'em.
anything
That's right.
about this, and all I ever hear is that you guys are dogs.
Listen,
They'll be dogs all season.
we will
We
not.
love being the underdog.
Okay.
Yeah, when we beat the Browns by 2 touchdowns tonight, we will be favorites moving forward. But
you
they
will.
did open. Conrad informed me they opened it at a 3-point dog, and now it's 5.
It's 4.5.
Pittsburgh.
Right now.
Oh, sorry, Pittsburgh plus 4.5. Who you got?
I'll give
I
you
got
action.
the Steelers. I've already bet them.
Who you got, and why is it the Steelers by 2 touchdowns?
Yeah,
that's what I
right.
want to know.
God, I'll bet $100 with you.
I'm firing my entire
I get
Stations Casino
4.5?
account on the game tonight.
Yeah.
How
So-
much?
It's just a
I
line.
have $50 in there, but I'm still firing the
Alright.
entire account.
I would
Okay.
take, honestly, I would take the Steelers. They're probably going to lose, but it's going to be a 3-point game most likely if they lose. So
Yeah.
I will take the Steelers.
always
plus
so close,
4.5 for infinite.
Right. It's always so close. The games are so close all the time. So if you can get 4.5 points,
What can I get on the money line?
Minus 207.
Oh baby.
Oh, no. So
Oh,
you're like
baby.
plus one. Hold on.
Should I bet the money line? Do I? How big of a fan am
Plus
I?
174.
Okay. I'll take anybody who wants to lay me 2 to 1.
Can I just
I'll take-
take the under? Can I just take the under?
That's always a good
That's
bet.
a sharp bet.
Let me just take the fucking under, man. I've
I'd be
learned my
scared.
lesson about
Except
taking
the under.
bets that
The
aren't good
over
for
under
me.
is 25.5.
No. It's
Under.
it damn near.
Fucking
It
under.
damn sure is like very
Wait, so
close
what
to
is
that.
it? You get 2
opened
to
at
1
40.
on money line?
1.75 to 1.
It opened
All
at
right, yeah,
40.
I'll give you action. Go ahead.
Wait. Actually, what are the Browns? So the Steelers are plus 175
Browns are
on money
minus
line.
207.
Okay, so the Vig Free is probably like 190.
I don't know. Yeah,
Be a
whatever.
good friend. Give me 2 to 1. We'll round up.
So my 200 for
Plus
your 100.
180
Yeah.
and minus 210.
Just outright.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't
With
care.
the
I'm not
over-
gonna watch.
The over-under
Just
is
text me if I
38
won.
right now.
You ain't getting any fucking text. I'll tell you that right now. Lamana found a nice little montage of the Steelers Browns highlights. If you want to roll to that, Guapo.
Didn't get any more old school than the Steelers against their arch rival Cleveland Browns.
Aren't the Ravens?
I think I'm still on screen.
Yeah, I don't think it's showing up.
For if it's true that familiarity breeds contempt, then Cleveland and Pittsburgh are surely bitter foes. 2 longtime rivals from the NFL's pre-merger days. 2 blue-collar cities just 130 miles apart. They know each other nearly as well as they know themselves.
Both teams were on full alert for what promised to be a good old-fashioned street fight.
And the faces have changed, but the rivalry and hatred is still there.
Cleveland's Cleveland. You want to come in here and win anytime you can.
At the end of the day, like, Browns is the Browns.
You know, I don't think that when you're playing Cleveland, you don't need to look very far for motivation.
Don't ever take a win against these guys for granted, ever, because it's always hard fought. It's something special. I've played a lot of games here, and I don't take any for granted. AFC North football is always going to be rivals, and it's going to be great games, and I'm glad that I'm not the most winning quarterback in their state of history anymore.
Didn't get any more old school than the Steelers against their arch.
The lead up to that was great, where Roethlisberger was saying that he's the most winning quarterback in
their-
Brown Stadium history.
Yes.
Incredible.
Right.
I can't get enough of that. I know that we're drowning out pretty much everyone else here, but give me my 5 minutes.
That's
bro. The fan getting body slammed by James Harrison is so nice. But on top of that, how wild was that scene when Myles Garrett tears off the helmet of Mason Rudolph and then just swings it at him? Like, what on earth? He just tried to commit murder.
I know.
I want to know what he said.
Rumors are
Rumors he said a word
he did not say a nice word.
Yeah.
That's the word on the street.
Man, like Pouncey after that too. Like, it's so funny to watch football players fist fight because they have helmets on. Pouncey just like is
punching him
1-2 in this dude right in the helmet.
In the helmet, probably broke his hand.
Yeah, so many good moments.
Yeah.
AB on the punt return, just putting a foot to the dude's chest.
Yeah,
AB.
That was a penalty, right?
Yeah, they did not let that one fly.
I don't know about that.
Well, I know it was a penalty, but at the same time, he didn't want to get tackled. You know,
I don't know if that was a penalty. I mean, what are you doing? Like,
I
you're
think they
running
called
and
it-
you're trying to not to get tackled.
They called it unnecessary roughness.
It seems unnecessary to me, bro.
It was a little bit unnecessarily
It
rough.
was necessary if he didn't want to get tackled.
What's the update on Antonio Brown?
He's crazy.
He's
It's a CTE.
He's
right?
he's a
It has
rapper
to be.
now.
Don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's. I don't know. He got whatever Kanye got. Those two
No,
linked
he has
up.
like a whole album. He's out there doing like touring.
What he's
and-
doing is he's running fucking somebody's fucking sports management company.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a bunch of work with Kanye in some
It's
capacity.
Kanye, so
Whatever he's doing, I bet he's making a lot of money.
For sure. He's definitely getting paid. He's probably not going to be in the NFL ever again.
Probably not. He doesn't care. I don't think.
He went on like
he's
some
an
weird
agent
apology
now.
tour. He went on like a weird apology tour. He did an interview where like he was saying he wanted to retire a Steeler, and then they interviewed Tomlin, and he was just like, "Come on, man. He goes, we could talk about it, but we all know that ain't happening."
Yeah, it's crazy. Like his downfall was pretty wild.
Insane. Honestly, like, you know, we were kind of talking a little bit about this in pre-production, but it's the nature of how public everything is now. Like, I'm sure. Well, actually, a matter of fact, in Steelers history, there was a guard, Justin Strelzik, I think, in the mid to late 90s. He just lost his fucking mind and committed suicide on I-90 driving to Buffalo. Just like.
But imagine if we knew all.
He killed
imagine
multiple
if we knew
people.
all the public stuff from back in the day. Like
That's what
Magic
I'm
Johnson was
saying.
slamming all these girls all over LA.
Yeah.
Did you see? Did you?
It was like okay to do that back then, though.
Bro, he was like.
Was
did
it
you,
Wilt?
Did you see like that show on Hulu? Or is it like on Hulu or something? Like the LA like.
I know
HBO
what
Max.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Bro, Magic Johnson.
Showtime or whatever.
Magic Johnson was getting it in.
Was that Wilt that said he slept with over 1,000 women?
Yeah, Wilt was saying that.
No, 20,000.
Magic was slamming
20,000?
They were
20,000.
going in
I
game
mean,
like
at that point, it's
there
sort
was
of
like smoke. They were like
you
snorting
have a
cocaine,
problem?
playing full blown basketball games. Like, what is happening?
We're trying to do the math. It was
80s were a
literally
weird time.
like 3 or 4 women a day for like.
Nah,
I mean,
obviously
you-
he wasn't doing
that's-
that.
You do have you have to have a problem. At that
Obviously.
point, right?
No,
Like, that's a
I think
lot.
it's it has to be an exaggeration.
It has to be.
Some would call it a problem. Others would call it a solution.
No, I mean that's so much to keep up with.
Nowadays, everything is just too
can't even
public. Like
imagine.
that, like that whole Adam Levine shit was crazy.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I guess that does carry us in nicely to the...
What a
to the-
segue.
We, we promised we'd talk a little Adam Levine today, and we're gonna talk. What is up with this? Honestly, as a guy who's now grown up into the millennia or whatever, I haven't seen too much. I haven't followed too closely on this, but like,
I was just
I don't
reading
see- what's the
some,
big deal?
His wife was pregnant and he was married and was texting all these women who are also like, you know, they either work for him or, or they're famous in another way or they're model. And he, at one part he wanted to name his new baby after
I
one
missed
of
all
the
this
women.
stuff.
Yeah, so that was the
He's
weird
like-
part. Her name was Summer.
Yeah, and he wanted to name the baby,
and he wanted to name his baby
with his
Summer.
wife, Summer. And then also, well, mostly people are talking about how he's so bad at sexting.
Sure.
He may need to see the booty.
Let's break down the sexting part. Let's pull up his sexting.
So that was
page.
all I saw was like the sexting or whatever,
said you're
and
so
it just
hot,
seemed
you're
That he
so
was bad
unreal
at
hunter.
it. Yeah.
Wait.
but it
We
also
gotta-
seemed like rather
Tame.
mundane.
Berkey.
Yeah.
We have to do a breakdown.
Okay.
Let's pull it up.
You got us on this one, Chin?
No, fuck no. I can't sext for shit.
Where do guys learn how to sext? Because
It's
like
just-
I've
it's just
experienced that some guys are really not very good at it.
They probably also wouldn't be good with the spoken word.
Right.
I
Berkey,
think
you have a wide range of words that you use. Let's see your breakdown of this.
Okay, so I will give my experience with this. I personally grew up in a telephone era. So in college days, if you were in like a long distance relationship or whatever the case may be, there was a lot of phone sex that took place.
Yeah.
And it's so much more, you have to be so much more on because dead air is a real mood
sit
killer.
there and think.
Right.
Nah, but like dead air just means like she's popping off.
No. Like maybe you can fill it with some sounds, fine, but like you need to be eloquent with your words, right? You don't have the edit button. So like, why you got this cringe face?
I was actually
Berkey's using big ass words while sexting.
Because you the way you're talking about it reminds me of this old from like 1908, the original Sext from James Joyce.
We'll bring that up.
James Joyce.
We'll definitely bring that
that's
up.
like that's what I imagine you sexting
that, baby.
like.
You're not wrong, baby. You're not wrong.
We'll go right to the James Joyce thing, but I just want to qualify what I'm saying is more so like the clip that you played yesterday.
Okay.
Like where it's not that you're using
you have phrases.
Yeah, it's not that you're using like big words or vocabulary or anything like that. You're just eloquent with it. Like it's well put together, right? It's you're trying to get her there, and that carries into sexting. I think
you wouldn't say like I have a boner.
No.
What the fuck? Who says that?
Oh my god, I have such a big boner right now.
No, that's crazy.
I have an erection.
No.
I think for any young men and women out there, I think the key is to not state the obvious. You want to be descriptive while
descriptive is strong.
Describing the obvious.
Yes, while not being reductive. Right. You want to speak in terms of verbs more so than
smut language.
Yeah.
I don't want to use political terms.
Yeah.
You don't like smut. You don't like goody.
This gets difficult to navigate sometimes because, in my experience, a lot of women are very particular about how you refer to the naughty bits.
Oh.
Some are very vulgar and like the P word.
Would minge be okay?
No.
Isn't that the pubic hair?
No.
No?
It's like British for vagina.
Oh, I thought it was British for the
Let's see that minge.
Let's not.
Let's not. Okay, now whether it is or isn't, in my head that means show me your pubes.
Here we go. Yeah.
Where'd you hide the minge?
You don't want to use like the words like that. Like actual words sometimes is a little too strong.
Oh.
Like you just be like, oh, like I really want to run my tongue in between your legs, something like that. Like that works. You see what I'm saying?
Or
well, you scared Melissa. You're Melissa scared.
Yeah. Or you could just say, I have a boner.
Yeah, like don't say I have a boner, or like just like use descriptive languages and locations.
Let's see what Mr. Joyce had to say, Guapo. If you have that link that I sent you, I think he was pretty eloquent.
He was very eloquent.
You know what?
Honestly,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'll read it.
This is a
no, please, God, no.
Please do. Please,
yes,
please do.
Conrad,
I'm not saying that this is the man of your dreams, Melissa. I'm just saying that.
No, I know. I read this last night and I was like, this is so great.
Someone's got to do it. So
go ahead, Landon.
I'm so excited for this.
Landon,
all
go.
right, let's preface this by saying.
No preface. Just start reading.
We know it's not you. It's James Joyce.
This is not me.
Please use a tone that is sensual in nature.
How you think James Joyce meant it.
Correct. Yes.
Can you look at Melissa while you read this?
No, I'm not looking at anybody while I'm reading this. This is to Nora. I don't know who Nora is.
Nora's your wife.
Nora's a freak.
Nora's
Nora
out
likes
here.
She got a fatty.
Yeah.
Likes it in the
Dublin
arse.
8, December 1909. This is like an ad read, I'll get better at ad reading after this.
No.
Yes,
don't cut to the words. Cut to Landon only.
Oh my god. Yeah, because I got the words on me. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Oh my god.
Stop being nervous. Have confidence.
My sweet little whorish Nora. I did as you told me, you dirty little girl, and pulled off myself twice when I read your letter. I'm delighted to see that you do like being fucked arse ways. Yes. Now I can remember that night when I fucked you for so long backwards. It was the dirtiest fucking I ever gave you, darling. My prick was stuck in you for hours.
What?
You're ruining it. Your upturned rump. I felt your fat, sweaty buttocks under my belly and saw your flushed face and mad eyes.
Yo.
At every fuck I gave you, shameless tongue came bursting through your lips. If it gave you a bigger, stronger fuck than usual. Fat, dirty farts came sputtering out of your backside. Yo, James, come on, my G. You had an arse full of farts that night, darling, and I fucked them out of you. Big fat fellows, long windy ones, quick little merry cracks, and a lot of tiny little naughty farties ending in a long gush from your hole. Oh my god. Naughty farties! It is wonderful to fuck a farting in every Oh my god, jaws went out of her. I think I would know Nora's fart anywhere.
Oh god,
I think I could pick hers out of a room full of farting women.
Oh my god.
It is a rather girlish noise, not like this is just too much, man.
It's too much.
Like the wet, windy fart, which I imagine fat wives have.
Wait, what?
It is sudden and dry, like dirty, what a bold girl would let off in a fun school dormitory at night. I hope Nora would let off no end of her farts in my face, so I may know her smell also.
Wow, that's just poetry.
Yo, listen.
My God.
I'm uncomfortable that you read that. I wish we would have like censored it somehow.
That was so good.
Too many F words.
Not what I expected.
Yo, BetMGM, we're so sorry, man.
You knew what you signed up for.
I can't do that again.
No.
Nor should you.
I will
That was
not do
great.
that. I just had, that
But
was.
you saying naughty farties.
I
Naughty
can't.
farties.
I actually think we just hit a low water mark for the entire podcast.
No,
I think
man.
that was it.
That was one of the
really
best.
good.
We need to clip that out.
No.
Just put that little clip on.
Look, I think I'm gonna be honest with you.
Landon sexting. Like,
That's not me.
just clip that out.
That
That's
ain't me,
it.
dude.
Nah, it's not you.
And legitimately though,
Wow.
going back to the pigtail skit where they read our group chat as like characters of us, could you imagine them doing that, only breaking that down into a sexting exchange where they have like bubbles above them? It's just like, my sweet Nora.
Oh my God.
Landon, we're gonna apologize in advance. Man. We have to clip that out.
I'm a changed
That
man.
was really good.
No, we need you to say not. Can you get a shirt that says naughty farty?
I ain't saying anything. Do not equate me with James Joyce. Do not equate me with this man. This man is gone, and that is.
I'm not here to yuck any yums, but like,
She likes to be fucked arseways.
Shit
It's
was
not
different
a big
back
deal.
then.
It was.
It really wasn't.
Well, in the sense of, like,
I mean,
that
what's
stuff being
different?
private.
I don't know.
What is different?
What is
getting
different?
pooted on for the entire thing
Yeah,
and
but
thinking
I
that's a
didn't even know they
celebration.
did anal back then.
Oh, I didn't even necessarily know. Yeah, I guess now
Right?
that I
Like-
think about it, that's what they was probably talking
He
about.
was arseways and fucking the
Well,
farties
arseways
out
could
of
just
her.
be-
I mean, there was still
Arseways
gay
could just
Fucking
be-
the little farties
Yeah,
out.
okay.
I mean, there was still gay. There was still gay people though, so they had to. do
Yeah, but I
those.
didn't really know that anal was so pop. I mean, they called it arseways.
Anal was popping back
It was
then.
It was popular.
Yo, damn, bro. I don't even want to think about shit.
I thought anal was a more modern thing, but maybe it's just always been
Listen,
around.
here's what I do know is that it can only go up from here.
Well, that's debatable. I mean, it might go up arseways, but I'm not so sure that.
Yo, that was an incredible segment, man.
Okay, so
Jesus.
back to Adam Levine. He wasn't doing that.
No,
he just wanted to see
He
the
was a little
booty.
tamer. He just wanted to see the booty. He wasn't trying to have a musical number with it.
Bro,
he was
Adam
talking
Levine.
like a teenager.
Is Adam Levine down bad right now? Is he down bad?
Yeah.
Is there
Sounds
any
like
chance he could just claim he was hacked?
Bro, but women
No,
love
there's
this
too
dude.
many different women.
Yo,
over
straight
a
up.
different
No,
period of
women
time.
love Adam
Yeah,
Levine.
He's a
he's
good-looking
been-
dude.
He's been like a hot guy
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't
mean,
know.
So tattoos and the
So his hotness went down because his sex game's trash.
yeah.
But does that mean his dick game is trash too, or no?
I don't know. Do you think that guys
don't
who
know.
are hot have to work less hard? I mean, I would think that someone in his position, he's been famous for a long time, lead singer, tattooed, hot
Yeah.
guy. He doesn't really have to work
Yeah, it's
hard
true.
to
It's
get
true.
laid.
Yeah, that just means he doesn't have to communicate well.
So
It
he
doesn't mean he
hasn't-
has to be bad at.
He hasn't developed the
act.
skills, maybe. He's been famous like this for so long.
Yeah, so he's gonna suck at communicating.
Yeah,
But,
he's
like,
not.
You don't need
but
to.
it's not hot. Like he talks
Yeah.
in a way that's so. If a normal guy talked like that, it would be like, what do you?
Want to see my boner?
He's like, show me. I think I need to see the booty.
I think Mark McGrath. Mark
he may
McGrath
need
is.
I may need to see the booty.
Yeah, Mark McGrath was self-admitted terrible at bed and had a small penis. That's what he said. He's
Sure,
like,
hey,
I
what?
just have small.
No, guys
small
who
dick
say
and I'm
that don't
terrible.
have small dicks.
Yeah,
when they
that's
say,
maybe true.
"Oh, my dick's so small, it's basically inverted," that means that they have like a huge dick.
Is that just like a huge green flag for girls? You're just like,
I've never seen a guy with a small dick say that.
I don't know where to go with
this. Pod is wild.
It's popping.
Well, okay, but where do you guys learn how to sext? Can you please educate the men out there?
I gave my
background.
I gave my again. It's storytelling. You know, you have to create an arc.
There's storytelling, and then there's essay writing.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Maybe the lesson is to date a poet or a writer.
I don't know.
I mean, then you get a Joyce.
Yo, was
paragraph.
Skype lit back in the day? Like when you were around, with Skype.
No,
Skype was the shit back then. Like
back then,
Vimeo
that was like 5 years ago.
Video chatting?
No. Voodoo. Wait,
Sexting?
what was the other one? It was like Orange. Like it was a video chatting platform. It started with a V.
Well, here's what it was called. Was it Uvu?
Uvu. Yeah.
But there was I think in this situation, when it comes to these things, it's tough to have that in the context, because when you see it in a general forum type of thing, like a sexting type of message, there's no sex response that you're going to read or will be public. That's not going to be like, yo, this is kind of cringe. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, in public, right?
Correct.
Because they're all horned up, so all those words are just
right. It's just horny tweets.
But also, he sent that via snail mail that she got 7 days later.
You're talking about James Joyce?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the snail mail. That's back then. That was Dublin 8.
Yeah.
You know,
right? That's why he had to really get a whole book out to her, because it's just this has to hold you over for the next week or so.
Exactly.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah. I mean, he tried to make an evergreen message. You know,
right, yeah.
When you have
I
phones,
wonder what she sent back. Probably a drawing.
Sexting started in a jar and sent it to him.
Yeah.
That was the original fart in a jar.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
This episode is lit, bro.
I just made a shirt that says, "Do you like being fucked arseways?"
Come on.
That'll be available at
this episode is wild.
We don't need that in our life.
Make one that's instead of Safeway, make it say Arseways.
Yeah, we.
Bro, I don't know what's going on, bro. Berkey, take some control, bro.
We don't need that kind of kink here. So
this is wild.
A segue off of this is I was catfished once again. This time it was not in the form of a dating app or anything along those lines. I was catfished on the sale of my home. So those who are avid watchers of the show know that about a month and a half ago, we were celebrating the sale of my home. We got listing price for it, 1.6, no big deal. We're all excited. 10 days later, as the due diligence period was coming to an end, the man just vanished. And I was told recently by my realtors that it's so funny because for whatever reason in the news story, they don't want to out who he was imposing, but this guy was pretending to be a Fertitta. So for anybody who doesn't know, the Fertittas, Tillman Fertitta owns the Golden Nugget, the Houston Rockets, Giga Rich. The other Fertittas own the UFC, and they used to own Palms. I'm not sure if they still do or not, but they also maybe are the owners of Station Casinos. Anyway, they're big names here in town.
Palms.
Not exactly. When we saw that was who the buyer was, it was oh, okay, this is done deal kind of thing, right? So we're gonna get to the news story and find out just exactly what happened.
Local real estate agents say they're being targeted. A man posing to be a wealthy buyer is backing out of deals, leaving them to question his real identity. Fox 5's Lauren Martinez joins us live now with the details of this catfishing story. Lauren?
Yeah, John, to catfish someone is to lie or hide behind someone's identity. It's really unclear who this man is and what his motives are.
Do you want to see the view? Come outside. You gotta see this view.
For nearly 25 years, Michelle Dugan has sold real estate in the Las Vegas Valley. Her sister works alongside her. After the pandemic, it's usual to have clients they never meet in person.
We sold many properties without ever even meeting the buyer until we're handing them their keys.
But a recent buyer they spoke with over the phone, through text and email, catfished the pair.
Never. This has never happened to me, ever.
A man posed to be part of a well-known and wealthy family in the Valley. He had the sisters write an offer on a $1.5 million house that got accepted without ever showing proof of funds, presumably because of the last name he was using.
We pushed for the proof of funds many times and didn't get it. And by that time, we had already the signed offer, so we had to move. We had to act. And when we acted, they never asked for it, the listing site. They must have seen the name, is all I can think of, because they never even asked us any questions. They just said, yeah, the seller accepts.
They opened escrow but never received the money. He even requested a home inspection, but the inspector never got paid. His phone was then disconnected. And they're not the only realtors he's done this to.
You have to be very careful with identity theft, things like that, but never somebody having me do so much work, being so persistent, and lying with so many details, all to still to this day not know what the end game was.
Croysdale said she knows 8 other agents directly that have similar stories.
We just want to let other realtors know that there's a guy preying on realtors right now to waste their time, to waste a lot of people's time because he's bored and sad and lonely.
The realtors I spoke to said they don't know how he benefits from doing this. One thinks that this is just a casing. He's just casing houses, and another agent thinks it's a scam he's tried in the past. Reporting live from Henderson, Lauren Martinez, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.
So that's to a T what happened to me. That wasn't actually my house that they were speaking of. We were listed a little bit higher, and I don't think it was those women who were involved. Speaking with my realtors, they actually did go through the methodology of getting proof of funds and everything else. It just all vanished. But yeah, so basically there's somebody out there impersonating a Fertitta, using burner phones, misinformation, all this other stuff. And I didn't really think anything of it until the end, whenever it was like, well, what's the motive behind this?
Exactly, yeah, it can't just be because he's bored.
And it's only high-end house.
Right.
Yeah.
It might be, though. It might be just doing it just for kicks. People
No,
are
but why?
like
But it's
that.
only high-end homes, though. There has to be something
He's
behind
just
it.
playing pretend. No,
It's not-
I don't buy that. I think he's casing us
Yeah,
up.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, I mean,
Save the house.
I mean,
obviously, it could
what if
definitely
he's
be.
going in and looking for keys or, spare keys around or
Yeah, I mean, we're safe in that regard, I guess, but I'm much more concerned.
cameras, trying to find out if there's cameras.
I'm much more concerned that he's just going to show up. Luckily, we got the pups. They weren't there
Let
for
him
the
know
showing.
we're armed.
Yeah, you're goddamn
And by
right
pups,
we
you mean vicious pit bulls.
It's actually unfortunate that they weren't
Vicious.
there for the showing.
are. I know. I agree. That would have been enough to drive him away.
That's a deterrent.
Don't even try it,
That's
catfish.
crazy. though.
But to Brian's point though, you don't have to put an offer into case, right? Like you
Yeah,
just
I know. That's true.
you can just see a bunch of homes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the danger of showing your house when you live in it anyway.
Why would he put in an offer?
Literally, people just get kicks out of fucking with people. I know a lot of people like that.
That part's true, but
not to that degree. But like,
I always tend to err on the side of there's something to gain.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
that isn't
of course,
obvious to
Of
us.
course. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not, but
Maybe he's
it
trying
could
to sleep
also
with the
just be-
realtors.
Maybe.
Could be.
Maybe
That'd
he
be-
was sexting them.
Man,
Maybe.
How wild is that if you're the realtor and you go to like close and then just find out you're trying to contact a number that's been disconnected?
Bro, it's crazy.
For
right?
like 1.5.
So
Those are
it's gotta
big
be
numbers,
so
bro.
frustrating for them.
Yeah, max frustrating.
Oh yeah, they're about their check.
Yeah, but like even aside from that, like it was it wasn't free for me to do all this. Like between the cleanings and the things
He
that we
said
had
they
to
wanted
do.
all the furniture. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Why would he say that?
Yeah,
too?
so he wanted everything as was. So I had to get the couches cleaned, to get the pet hair removed and all this stuff. Probably spent like $2,000 to quote unquote close on the house.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, I'm better for it. Like my couch is clean.
Right.
But also like, I didn't have to do that now. It's annoying to say the least. It's frightening to say the most.
Was he trying to Anna Delvey and just like move in?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know enough about the realtor situation to know if like that's feasible.
Yeah.
But imagine like
He gets like a fake loan and like.
Why are you bothering me with this? The money will be there when it's there.
Right, and then he like lives in each house for like a month
Yeah.
each before he gets kicked out.
Maybe there's like squatter rights or something along those lines. I
You
doubt
just
it,
get
but
in.
like
He's trying to
Not move.
squat.
Yep.
yeah, because like I imagine like a lot of these homes are actually empty.
Yeah, then he's like, shit, they live here.
Right. Yeah. Just bail.
That's crazy, bro.
It is crazy. Man, why only in Vegas? Like there's no way this is happening
That's why.
in
That's why he
backwoods
wanted it
Minnesota.
furnished, because if he's squatting, he wants.
Exactly.
He wants a nice
He
place.
needs furniture.
Yeah, I just want to just be squatting in an empty house.
Right.
That
leave-
is crazy.
leave that
though,
bed there.
But hey.
Yeah, people were saying in the chat like they've heard of like some similar things with like flip scams where they'll basically try to buy and sell in the same process.
Like wholesaling.
Yeah.
Like a flash loan in crypto.
Drop shipping or whatever.
Yeah.
Drop ship.
Drop shipping houses.
There's so many. God, man, getting old and aware is the worst. Like I just miss being ignorant and believing in people and thinking that the world is a relatively good place.
Oh, come back. It's nice.
I don't
over
remember
here.
ever feeling like that.
Same.
God bless. I mean, and the funny thing is, like, for all things considered, like, I've done remarkably well to not get scammed, considering my faith in humanity. Chin, we were talking about this last night. We were talking about that private game that was just not only
which one
fixed against us.
Oh, the one with you and I. Yeah,
the one where we were somehow the only fucking winners.
That was wild. We're very lucky,
bro. It goes so much deeper. Like there was like so much cheating going on that we were unaware of.
Wow.
And that's the irony, is that I was brought in to like, the whole reason they invited me was like under the guise of like, hey,
you were like the auditor.
Yeah, would like you to audit the game and let us know like things that don't pass the sniff test and protocols that we can possibly implement.
They were using you.
And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like let's do it. And meanwhile, they're just like using those protocols to cheat me.
Wow.
That's
but yeah, I mean,
very lucky.
So lucky. Somehow we win. Of course we win. But yeah, like I'm sure that I've got on like app games and other.
I'm certain you got on an app game.
Right.
I'm certain
you're unaware. Of
I'm super positive now from last night. Like I was talking about it with Landon. There was a guy who lost 1.6 million in a 2550 app game, and I lost 200K. It's impossible. It's just impossible.
There's not enough money.
There's not enough. There's not enough money in the liquidity pool for that to be feasible.
Yeah.
Over like 20,000 hand sample.
Yeah, I mean, you're in this game long enough, you're gonna get got at some point somewhere.
Yeah,
like it's just you can't go an entire career like 30 years of poker.
Yeah, you just hope it's small enough that like you can recover.
Yeah, you hope like whatever, like the person that steals from you is a small number, or when you get got, it's
but like when it starts to carry out into like you kind of are a little on guard because it's poker. So like we know that it's a seedy industry by its nature and that it invites corrupt people. But then like when it starts to extend into other arenas that you're regularly involved in or whatever, you realize just the whole world's that way. It's like, oh my God, I'm not educated enough on enough things to prevent myself from like getting fucked over every single time I do a transaction.
Fact.
Like now here we are. We got fucking
almost anything, right? It's like you buy a house that you could get fucked. You could get like
mechanic.
You get mechanic. You get a car, whatever. Cars. You get a girlfriend. All that shit. It's crazy.
Yeah. Tinder
I just say how it is, man. I just
Do you have Mama Seed is
she left.
You right?
She left, dude. No, she's not even in the chat no more. She probably was in Puerto Rican.
That's because that was you, wasn't it?
No, that was not me. Come on. I sex way better than
Had to be you.
Do you think that do you think you've ever had a relationship where you were getting scammed and didn't know it? Like looking back now?
Nah, most of my relationships were pretty good. Like there's a couple of crazies, but it's all good.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I was getting scammed ever.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I have one instance where I think that may have been the intention, but it doesn't make any sense because it was like the exact opposite scenario. Like I had a windfall.
I know what you're talking about.
Like I was supposed to get robbed and I just won infinite for the better part of a year.
That's nice.
That's where your run good is, man.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably exactly where I saved up for.
Yeah.
Like fuck the main event.
You didn't win a tournament. You didn't win anything, but you did not get scammed. You were supposed to get Giga scammed.
Yeah.
You actually
That's
won.
very lucky.
This has happened to me a bunch. Like it happened to me way back in like 2005.
Jesus is with you.
I think I told this story before, but I was playing on Party Poker, and back then AIM was the big communication, and most people's screen names were the same. And there was this kid, it was like Run Like the Wind or something like that. And we were playing sit and go step tournaments together. And he was like sending me messages on AIM trying to collude. And
you told me those.
And I was just like, whatever, not really my thing or whatever. But then we made the final step together, and he was like trying to get me to collude with him and just like offering me information, and I just ended up fucking him and like keeping it.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to like swap or something. Yeah, he like wanted to swap or something like that. And it was a scenario where it was like very clearly like a prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah.
Where if you trust, you're almost certain to be taking a negative EV spot. And if you just defect, you're probably just going to like, reach equilibrium, like break even or whatever. But he trusted me. So like I ended up fucking him
it's
over.
wild. Like you really need, in all these situations, you really need someone, like if it's private or whatever, you really need like multiple vouchers from people that have something to lose. One of those things like, for example, like JRB runs private. JRB, he has something to lose, right? Like if something goes wrong in his game, like his rep is everything, his word is everything in this town.
Yeah.
Right? So like JRB wants to keep his name as clean as possible because that's what keeps his game going, right? Same thing. So like if you have a game, it's really about like how much does this person have to lose if shit goes wrong, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's obviously like a pretty good spot or a pretty good indicator of the likelihood that a game is legit. But even then, like, I don't know, man, I'm just so hesitant. It's to the point where like I'm so old and jaded and have seen so many scams ran that I'm even leery of like casino games. Not because like I think the organizers of the casinos are in on it or anything like that. No, it's nothing like that. It's more so that like shit like what happened to Landon in Texas or
that's like a private game.
Yeah. Well, there was also that those guys was it a couple Puerto Rican guys in LA, they were doing a PLO scam. Cuban guys, yeah. They were doing like a big PLO scam, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I can't remember the details of it, but
I don't remember the details either. But yeah, they were sharing cards, so to speak.
Yeah. And this also just happened a few days ago. Scumbag Rich got another guy. No shock. So like,
how?
What do you mean got him?
So easy, so
Scammed
easy.
him?
No, yeah, he scammed him. Scumbag Rich
What
just.
did he do?
Bro, he hates when you call him Scumbag Rich. Bro.
He is a scumbag.
So
he got me. So
I remember this story with the
it's
brick.
funny.
With the brick? Yeah.
So I was retelling this story last night and it made me realize that like I think I got by somebody that I thought was a friend. I think I got set up. You know who it is. Used to be my tax guy.
Oh yeah.
But
that's not someone you want setting you up.
No. I started to really think back on everything and I was just like, yeah. But yeah, like he's the one who put me into the game. And we got down there, and he also was like legal counsel for this other guy who I'm positive was a part of it. His name was Lee.
Oh yeah,
the guy who was for sure on scumming me with.
Remember,
Scumbag
I was
Rich.
getting put into that game too.
Yeah.
Wait, the guy that took care of the tickets?
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew it was like such a like.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah,
the whole
it doesn't
thing
make
was
any
so
sense.
Sketchy.
Right, it doesn't
but it was
make any
like,
sense.
oh, the action's so good that like maybe it'll make up for it. But
All right, go ahead.
anyways.
Yeah, no, that was similar to like this app game where this guy lost 1.6 million. It just seems like it was a pump scam where he's just in there like firing off hundreds of big blinds and looking like the game is on, like you can't lose.
Right.
And then, that money just pulls to whoever, the runners or whatever. But yeah, in this instance, we were all sitting like, it was like 5, 10, 20. The average stack I would say was like 4 or 5K. And then Rich had what appeared to be like 7,000 or 8,000 in front of him. And Lee was sitting crazy deep, like 30, 40K. I was immediately to his left, so I just covered. And at the time, I was playing like 3, 6, 12. So like for me to even play this game, it was literally like I was obliging this friend of like, he's like, come down. It's a great game. You'll have a good time. Like these people want to talk to you and see you. And it's just like, yeah, all right. Like I'll come down. Like I don't care. I'm not looking to like make money. And obviously it's still a good spot. So I have EV, whatever, we'll play. This hand happens where it goes like raise 3-bet by Lee, and I have queens, and I cold 4. Scumbag Rich cold calls out of the big blind. The original raiser folds, and Lee like clicks it. So it goes like, I think we're playing 10, 20, 40. It probably goes like somewhere in the neighborhood of like 150, 500, 2K, cold call, fold, and he makes it like 4K or something like that. And I look, and Rich has his chips stacked in like towers of 60, like as up to his chin, right? And they're just all small chips, like all $10 chips or $5 chips, whatever the golden nugget has. It's just endless of them. And I'm like, do you have any money behind you? Because at the time cash played. And he just like shakes his head, or he like opens his arms or something like that. And I know he's a fucking scumbag. So I ask again, like, are there any bills back there, like anything like that? And he might have like pushed out a few loose bills that looked like a few $100. And so like I confirmed with the dealer, he's in like the 7 seat, so like dealer doesn't have any better of an angle than I do in like the 4. And I was like, okay, so it's like you have like 6,000 or 7,000 total, whatever. And he just like kind of confirms but doesn't deny. And I jam, and he just beats me in the pot. And Lee folds, and I don't remember like if his holdings mattered or anything along those lines. And actually, I may be wrong. Lee actually might have been short. Lee may have only had like a couple thousand or something like that. So he may have ended up calling off, and his hand somehow got exposed. I feel like he had Jack 10. I'm almost positive he had Jack 10 somehow, which made me like suspect it even more. You know, Rich just has aces. Of course. So like we run it twice, and I'm losing it in the moment. Like just flipping out because I know that I just got fucking scummed. Like I know that they signaled. I know that this was a squeeze play. Like I'm just 100% positive of it. And my friend in the game, like he's like standing up for me, like kind of calling out bad behavior in the moment, and like also agreeing with me, and then calls me afterwards. And like now that I think back on it, like all of the belaboring of how right I am, and like but there's nothing you can do. I'm just like, man, I kind of feel like there's a chance that I just got set up in that spot.
There's a chance.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
That's his thing. Like that's how he just got someone else.
What happened? Can you speak about what just happened?
Sorry, go on. I lost my train of thought.
You said he just got someone else.
Scumbag Rich. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So there was a PLO game going at Win, and they were playing like shorthanded or whatever. This kid bet 16,000 on the river, and Rory Young asked to sweat his hand, like mid-hand. And he looks at it or whatever, and moments later, Rich makes like a super light call with a hand that like never calls and just wins. And it's just like, it's blatantly obvious that it was a signaling thing, right? It's just like 100% sure of it, especially with the actors involved. Like, there's a long history between those two with regards.
Where was this game at?
The Win.
It was a private. It was just a private.
I think it was an open game.
An open.
Yeah.
He bet six. What were they playing? I'm sorry. What?
Probably quarter 50.
Yeah, probably something big.
50, 100, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a long-standing history between those two as well with that bathroom bet, the dark bet, where he just like lived in the bathroom for 30 days, and then like there's a whole underpinning of that. Nothing can be proven, obviously, but like there's speculation that wasn't on the up and up. So yeah, I mean, you got to protect yourself. Like when people have a known reputation, and Scumbag Rich is like the scummiest of all live players out there, you really have to kind of like just look out and ensure that you don't let your guard down, because like that shit is so common in the private elements of like
sweating each other's cards.
Let me get a sweat.
We even saw the Phil Homies shit. Like, when like he threw his cards to someone.
Yeah.
He threw his cards to Keating, and there was like a commotion, but that's like super normal.
Yeah. So normal. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I think that like, cheaters are going to cheat, bro. Like if I've learned anything,
don't make it easy.
It's just a sickness. Like it's edge seeking to the most granular level.
I mean,
it's not even about the money.
Dude, it was just, I mean, there's a part of poker, and we've spoken about this before, that it's like, it's almost like certain people think that's part of the game. The old Lord Brunson of like if I don't cheat you, you're gonna cheat me, so I gotta cheat you first. Type of thing. It's like it's old school, but like some people live by that still, and some people are like, bro, if you don't protect yourself, it's like it's protect yourself at all times. If you let your guard down, then whatever.
Yeah, it's unfortunate though, because like a lot of what makes these games fun and playable and the environment enjoyable is being able to be a little bit unguarded like that.
Yeah. But that's why I think you need an environment. You need an environment that allows for that. You need someone that like has reputation. People are vouching for you. Know that you're gonna get paid. All these things. I will be running a game myself with all of these things.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Where?
I can't give location. That's security measures. They also need to be secured. You see?
Try
to get me.
Testing.
Try to get me, bro. I'm not.
Who's invited?
You could be invited.
Okay.
I'll let you audit the game.
You don't need me there.
You can audit the security of the game.
I'll be there with hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. Some adults.
I'm retired.
No, but I agree. I agree with you. Like these have you have to protect yourself. If you're playing private, you need to have like a lot of vouchers. Make sure you're with people that have reps.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I brought that up is just because it's a public game, and
yeah, that's crazy.
That's where like now.
Yeah, but if you don't know who you're handing your cards to, like,
right.
Right. You know what I mean? It's tough, man, because those environments, like we've been in those environments, like it's just like it's a chill environment. Someone's like, "Oh, let me sweat your cards." You just like,
he's a reg. He's obviously just like a well-known reg. So it's like you assume nothing bad is happening. But yeah,
that shit don't happen at 2-5.
I just know. Yeah, I know too much. You're right. That shit don't happen at 2-5. That shit, honor.
The dealer won't let that shit happen. The dealer's like, no, that's not happening.
Yeah,
that hand is dead.
That hand is dead. Oh, you put out 20, but you didn't mean to put out 20. It's still 20. Yeah, fuck you.
Sorry, can't take it back.
Yeah, like that's mad,
bro. That's something weird. So we can talk about this to end because I'm going there to play tomorrow. But like, that's something that I totally forget about when I go to LA to play these stream games. It's so much more rigid. It's not run the same way that like a private game is run.
How's it run?
Bro, they are so like, honestly, there just must be a lot of like very small, sharp angles that are taken in LA,
dude.
Yeah. So like when it comes to like posting, like they just
won't
like,
deal unless you post, right?
Not only that, but like they're diligent about like 2 blinds and ante, like you posted all where like, you know, when we play an Ivy's Room game, if you got up and came back behind the button, you just got a hand.
Yeah, well, that's super lax.
And if you got up and you came back in like the big blind, or sorry, the small blind or whatever, you just post 1 blind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like there's just less money in the pot for that hand. Bro, they're just like, and it's not even just that. It's they're a little lax as far as like, if you meant to bet this, then we'll let you bet that type of thing.
Yeah.
They just know if they didn't have those rules like that, people would just take advantage of it.
For sure. And I'm not even critical of it.
No, of course not. Right.
You know, there's honor amongst thieves, I guess, in certain settings, and there just aren't in others.
They did like one of those dudes. Didn't that dude get angled that he's kind of like I don't know. He's like Indian looking young kid.
What was the angle?
He got angled by KGB, like this dude named KGB at the bike.
Okay.
And it was like an angle, and like I mean I saw the video, but it was like a couple of weeks ago. I mean the chat could definitely fill us in, but yeah, like this dude KGB angled like the Spanish looking. I don't know if he's Spanish, but like he might be, you know, like some sort of Indian or something, you know. But yeah, they like it was definitely an angle for sure. I mean I don't know, like I would have to look it up, but yeah. So I think maybe after that they like got more strict, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. Like at the end of the day, they're very good about letting the players police. I'm just saying the general tone of the players is very diligent.
Yeah. It's the only thing I hear about LA is 1, that it's soft, and 2, that there's angle shooters.
I saw one of the sickest angles in LA. Like, so it was like I had to be playing like whatever, something normal, and then it was like run it once or run it twice, right? And then the guy says twice, and then the guy he was answering to goes like this, right? And then the dealer's about to run it, like literally run it twice, and then the guy wins the first one, obviously, right. And then says like, I said once, this is once, right. And I'm like, oh my god,
that's wild.
I'm like, how is this once, bro? This is yes. Yeah. And he's like, I never said anything. I said once. Yeah. I was like,
one time.
That's wild.
I'm like, that's so dirty, bro.
It actually makes me so mad because I don't like that people like. This exists and there's no real punishment to it.
No, you can't punish it.
That's the thing.
Why it's an angle,
I never
it's
think
not,
of any of these angles or things of this nature because just play the fucking game.
Yeah, you're technically
play the goddamn game.
They don't have that. They don't have that in Ignition.
Right. You're technically not breaking the rules, so they can't punish anything. It's just
right.
That's
something
why it's
about
an
the casino. Like what is it? It's like a casino rule where it's like they cannot get involved in. Like,
yeah, Sean McCormick took a hard stance on this a few years ago, and I can't recall off the top of my head what it was. But it's something to the effect of like it's the players doing business. Otherwise, by rule or by default, it's once. I'm pretty certain that's where they landed.
Yeah, it's like something like that where it's like outside business. Like that's they can't do anything about that.
We all know the annoying part is like if homie loses first board,
Of
it's
course.
twice.
Of
And that's
course.
what it is.
Because he said thumbs up.
Exactly. Which means twice if I lose
and
the first.
once.
Yeah. It's twice. It's both. Yeah.
It's a free roll. Yeah, it's the sickest free roll of all time.
That's what makes it so disgusting and vile to me.
Before we leave, I want to say how Nick is fucking dripping on this fucking PGT 10K.
Go on.
He is
Dripping.
straight swag.
Berkey, dripping.
I know fucking swag.
Yeah, but we need image.
Yeah, we need an image. What do you mean?
I can't give it to you right now. It's here on the Poker Go Tour. But yo, he has the Adidas Gucci orange sweat polo with a Burberry hat. This shit is he's just popping right now.
He makes Guapo's job so hard.
He's
Like,
straight
Guapo's
popping
like trying
right
to
now.
find
Just
the
take,
Anyway,
just
but
take a screenshot and send it to
the other
Guapo.
part of that, the real part of that is how crazy it is that fucking Shulman and Osmus got heads up in a bracelet event online last week.
Okay.
They're about to get heads up again.
How many are left?
3.
And
Wow.
those two have all the chips?
Osmus is chip leading. Nick has is second, and Seidel's third.
Oh, wow. Seidel have a fighting chance here?
Yeah,
or-
he does.
Okay.
He just
Seidel
lost- he
always
lost
has
the
a
big
fighting
game.
chance.
What's first?
Big E, bro.
First is 200.
204.
Oh, that's really good.
204.
Yeah, I think they got 83 people, so roughly 800K prize pool, give or take. Order that goes first.
It looks like it's popping.
Yeah.
Like it looks like.
Brent texted me today. He said, I think today's going to be even better. Like there's.
Event 1 is always good, though.
I mean,
Yeah.
the fields were bigger this year than ever so far, right?
Well, it's only been one event, though.
No, I mean, well, I'm sorry. Well, with that going off of that number, that's probably the biggest 10K they had.
No. They've had 100.
They've had 100
plus.
I think. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I played one time. It was
Oh,
a
yeah,
really
yeah, I
big
remember
field.
that,
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, I am playing live at the bike tomorrow, and they have a new feature through Bally's Play called Play, Predict, and Win. Anybody who wants to participate at home is free to do so. They have, it looks like 6 or 7 questions, maybe 5 or 6 questions that we get to answer. Maybe it's actually more. I'm not really sure, but we'll go through 5. A few of them. So I'll pose the questions to you guys. You guys can.
Okay, so will Berkey be the most
active player?
Active. No. Okay, so highest VPIP. That's what we qualify.
That's a little bit loose. I imagine they would go by VPIP. I can't imagine.
Like, what's the lineup?
How
what is
physically active you are at the table?
Right. Yeah. Will I do the most push-ups in the corner?
How many push-ups are you doing? Yeah.
For what it's worth, for everybody in the chat, I can manipulate these answers however you see fit. So you just let me know.
Yeah, they had Andy played 50% of hands the other day when you guys played.
Instead of a predictor, it's
I played 45.
prefer. What would they prefer from you?
Yes, exactly. You guys tell me what you want from me tomorrow.
What is the lineup?
The lineup is. Let me double check. But the last I heard,
is it released? Do they want us to talk about it?
I'm sure it's fine.
Too late now.
If some people don't show up, then they don't show up. Let's see. I know Saya's playing. I know that my man
Saya's tough.
Oaken is going to be in town.
Okay, Oaken's
so Mike
known pro.
Mike Liang.
Mike Liang's good.
Saya Ono.
Saya's good.
Matsu.
Matsu's good.
Brian Oaken.
Brian Oaken's good.
A man named Jew.
Who's good?
J-U. I don't know.
Jew's good.
Okay. Is he or do you just?
I don't
know. Jew good? Jew good, man?
Jew is good.
Salchichong.
Aaron Zhang, it'll be good to see him. I haven't seen
good.
him since like 2016. Brandon Sohn.
I don't know him.
S-O-H-N.
But I'm sure he's good.
And then me.
I'm sure good.
They are now heads up.
So yeah.
Bad. Matt's bad. Let him back in all the games.
Very
He's
bad.
bad.
Obviously,
I
on
mean,
the spot.
that's a tough game.
Am I the spot? Yes. Click yes. Okay, so will I be the most active player? Yes or no?
I mean, with that lineup, it feels like
Yeah.
because that's a pretty reggy lineup, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I think yes is
some
pretty
really
clear.
good.
You're gonna get outside the.
Everyone
chart
there is just gonna play like
balls.
27, 25 with a 10% 3-bet.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You just spoke foreign to all of us.
VPIP.
Landon understands.
VPIP,
Will Berkey
PFR,
win the
3
most?
This is Chin's version of sexting. 25, 27, 10.
They'll be like 25, 19.
And I'm not talking about waist size, baby.
Wow.
I'm talking about that VPIP.
Imagine if that was someone's dimensions.
All right, so yeah, I think you'll be the most active
The
player.
10 would be a little.
But like, try not to lose.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Hey, try to do your job
Have you tried
correctly.
that?
Yeah, you know, I've given it a shot.
Don't be the most active player and then also lose.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Will Berkey win the most?
I don't know. It depends on your seat. Like,
well, it doesn't have that option. It
No,
doesn't have
every
the it
single,
depends on
you
your
know what?
seat
Every
option.
single time we root for you, you do poorly.
Should we
Okay, so let's go
anti-sweat
no.
him?
Let's go no.
Yeah.
Let's
All right,
go
we're
with
gonna go no on this one.
No,
yeah, you're gonna win the
This
most.
third question
No.
should have been a do-rag, not a backwards.
Right, of course. Will Berkey wear the backwards cap at the table?
100%.
Yeah, of course. That's not even. That's an easy one. That's like, dude, you.
It's my work attire.
It's.
You're doing your job.
You're
yo.
wearing the backwards hat with the button down now, so that's strong.
I like only the snapback. I wouldn't
It's
do.
like,
I wouldn't do it with a fitted.
Really?
Yeah.
Conflicting.
I think it's
Why?
I think it's a very fall hayride kind of look to
Okay.
it. You know,
You
backwards
need a
cap, flannel.
You need
Yeah.
a flannel.
What are the
Yeah.
stakes?
51. 51
So
one.
51 2.
No, well, yeah. I don't think this is gonna be a straddle group. To be quite honest,
I don't know, man. Saya plays big.
that doesn't make it a straddle group.
Saya's plays big. Aaron plays big.
Yeah, but they all want edge.
Ooh, maybe
People straddle in games where there's edge.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
Who will be the first to bluff Berkey? Mike,
Saya.
I
Saya,
was thinking
Matt,
that.
or Brian?
Saya.
Saya.
Brian.
Okay,
Saya
you guys
doesn't-
clearly don't know Saya very well.
Saya
I
does not
don't.
give a fuck who you are.
Oh, everybody's actually on here. Sorry, you could choose everybody. So Mike, Saya, Matt, Brian, Jew, Aaron.
Jew.
Oh no, Aaron pulled out. That was the only reason I was going. I wanted to see Aaron.
Saya.
God damn, I'm
Strong
out.
pull-up,
I'm actually
yeah.
out. You can just answer no to everything. I'm not going tomorrow.
I think
man,
it's gonna be Saya.
I legit
Jew.
was gonna torture myself and play
Do you know
nitty
who
fucking
Jew
poker.
is?
No.
I think it will try. Remember, this is just wait. Actually, we should qualify. Is this
Wait.
attempt to bluff me or actually bluff me?
Actually bluffing.
No, actually bluff you. That's why it's gonna be
Yeah.
Saya.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
Jew.
get through.
Yeah, I think Matt and Oaken are.
I feel
Yeah.
like Matt has a thing against you.
Can you put none of the
I've played,
above?
I've played with them the most, and I think they're the most likely to attempt to bluff me.
No, Matt really wants to bluff you.
I also
Qualifies as a
think
bluff.
I would bluff you too if you call me with queen 10
Yeah, are we
off out
talking
of
like a
position.
flop bluff? Or
No,
like-
no. It has to be like a river bluff.
Like a
Yeah, but
river.
you
It
can't-
can't be like you defend the big blind and I
Right.
see bet for it and you
Yeah,
fold.
no,
Christian,
yeah.
Christian, he can't be bluffed if he doesn't fold.
That's true.
Right.
Can we have my boy Eric Hicks take that seat?
I'm gonna have to hit Eric up. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let him
man,
know
that's
that Aaron's out now. We need him to get in there and show these young bosses who's up. Yeah.
It has to be river bluff, and I think it's gonna be Saya.
All right, I'll go with Saya. I think these questions need some better qualifications. This is way too loose. Everybody's gonna win money. Who will Berkey lose the most money to?
Wow.
Again, everybody's an option.
Saya.
Bro, you don't know my history with Saya.
Jew.
I want to play in her 255.
Why is Jew not an option here?
I don't know who Jew is.
I think Jew's most probable because we have no idea
I
who
mean,
he
I
is.
feel like that's. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they discrediting Jew?
No, he's there. We just don't know who
So
he is.
even if you win, you can still lose to
Other.
one specific person most.
Yeah, it also doesn't make sense because you could choose he will not lose.
Well, you can lose to someone and still win.
Correct.
Right.
These
Yeah.
questions.
This is what you do to Garrett all the
so
time.
you'll
Like
lose to
you,
nobody.
you win
I'm
the
the
session.
facilitator, yeah.
You win the session,
Yeah.
but Garrett wins the
It wins my
session
soul.
also
Yes.
from you. So
Yeah.
Garrett wins 200K. You win 30K
Right.
because 170K went to Garrett.
You collect from everyone else, and he collects from you.
I am the parishioner passing the hat at church, and he is the priest who gets all my collections minus 10%.
That seems fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the
Okay.
church.
He's the church of
The church of Garrett. Okay, so we're gonna submit. I gotta tell
you
you.
get a prize if you're right, or
Yeah, what's the
That's a good question. Let's
what's the
join
deal?
and
you
find
could just
out.
rig it.
I think it's like a couple $100.
That's pretty cool.
I thought it was 1,000, honestly.
Who did we decide you were going to lose money to?
Jew. We're gonna lose to Jew. I think. I probably shouldn't be. I don't think I qualify.
You really?
Since I can really manipulate these outcomes.
Right. Seems like
No, I mean,
like
you're not
no,
gonna-
no on the backwards hat is real sharp.
yeah.
If you want to grease my palms,
Right.
because it's like 99% backwards hat, but like I'll bring in the 1%er here
I'll
for
straight
the
up
right
light all
price.
those shits on fire. You know, just like, let me know. I'll go in the closet and grab all the hats, guys.
You think that I keep them all in the closet? I got spares. I got spares everywhere.
That was a great segment with Landon reading that sexting.
Dude, no.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
That was good.
That was
That's the highlight of this show. Not even a close.
that was smut reading unhinged.
It was one of the most experiencing.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm broken. You broke me.
Yeah.
I'm broken. I'm a broken man. I'm done.
James Joyce tends to do that to people.
Well, I'm glad it's finally. I'm glad it's an emotional thing and not your back any longer.
It is very James Joyce. He is like
Who
very.
is that?
He wrote like Dubliners. He's very long, really long-winded.
Long-winded, if you will.
Long-winded.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Long books. Really.
Really windy.
It's
Brian Lamana.
That's
really,
very James
really.
Joyce.
Hey, look at that.
Wow.
Really,
Brian Lamana
man.
and Landon Tice.
really windy.
I'm looking a lot better than I used
Really
to.
windy.
The tortoise has decreased in size.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Please, God,
I
let
have
me out.
a Steeler game to go watch. I got to get to the gym before kickoff. I won't be here tomorrow. I think are we going to have a podcast tomorrow? Do you guys got this on lockdown?
Yeah, I think we got to do it.
Landon's going to be here, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. No days off, boys, girls. No days off.
You today, gone tonight. See ya.
Yeah. You guys can take Monday off if you want. I'll be here solo. I don't give a shit. All right. That's going to wrap it for us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You'll have the rest of the squad without me tomorrow. Please go ahead and head over to Live at the Bike. Give that play, predict, and win thing a go. It seems like it could be fun. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but it does seem like a fun thing that they're trying to get off. One more time, big thank you to BetMGM, our sponsor for the week. Big shout out to them. They have their online poker championship going right now. If you guys are interested in playing the 1K main event this Sunday, they are still running qualifiers every day at 8 p.m. To get into the main event. It's a 100K guarantee. That's in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. By all means, take advantage of their steps. Check out the schedule at betmgm.com. That's going to wrap it for us. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about James Joyce. Is he a little windy? I don't know. We'll see you guys on I'll see you guys on Monday.
Go Steelers.